Kind of strange that this one limb just decided to lay itself down right here. It's like an arch now. Just haven't been down here in a while. It's probably been a month. And some type of critter been coming through right there. Just wanted to come by and check it out, and big crawfish over there on the bottom. It's loaded. Excuse me. It's loaded with crawfish. We do have some fish in here. There's one right down there. Oh, there's another one behind him. I put a couple of brim in here a while back. Just 2 of them. Kirsten and I went and tried out a little pond not far from the house, and we caught them 2 little old brim, and so we put them in here. Not sure if they're still here. Not seeing them. But they could have went around the end of the dam. We got a little bit of rain yesterday, and I come down here earlier to try to film. I was at the other end of the property, and as soon as I got set up, it started raining. It's so pretty right there. Let me set up somewhere in here in the shade. It is so hot out right now. We did put some catfish in here, 3 of them last month. Around the 5th or 6th of last month. I don't remember exactly what day it was. See what's going on right here. Little menace right there at the mouth of the creek. All right, the reason I'm doing this today, not only to come out here and get away. That's gonna end up falling and hitting someone. But I've been helping Chris fix up their cabin. Let me toss this over here on the other side of where I'm piling that stuff. Okay. Just wanted to get that out so it didn't fall on anyone. We come down here a lot. We normally come down here a lot. I just haven't been able to come down here because of working with Chris 7 days a week. We're at the point on the cabin of putting trim around the walls and the windows and the doors, and the base trim around the bottom of the wall. And this morning, the fella came to put in the flooring, and so he's got the flooring put in. It comes on a roll. It's not carpet. I don't remember what they call it. Vinyl, some type of vinyl floor. And he put that down And so the air conditioning is turned off so that the floor, it'll get pretty hot inside there, and that flooring can relax. The heat will help to kind of settle it where there's no raised spots. Because the floor of that cabin is wood, he didn't want to glue it down. The floor guy said it's best not to glue it. It'll hold just fine because the flooring that Chris and his wife picked out has a fibrous bottom to it. The backside is fibrous, so it'll actually grab a hold of that floor and you don't have to glue it. But we're giving it time to heat up so that it'll relax and lay flat. And then tomorrow morning we're going to finish up the trim. We've probably got 3 or 4 hours of trim to put up, and then we can move in her furniture and appliances. Now on to the main reason for putting this up. I will be going around the property. We'll walk around and check some areas out. But before I do it, I need to get this part up. This is very important to me and to our brother Kyle Connolly. He's got the channel Encrypted Connections. Many of you are part of his family over there too. Kyle reached out to me yesterday, and we was working yesterday. I didn't get home till it was almost 9 o'clock, I think. It was after 8 p.m. when I got home, and I didn't even eat dinner. I got a shower and went straight to bed. I was just so exhausted. We're doing this every day, and I'm not getting home till late, so I haven't had time to come out and film. But Kyle reached out to me, and he called me, but I couldn't accept the call because the air compressor and the table saw, this cabin's small, and where I was working at, the table saw is about 3 feet from me, and the compressor is behind me, and both of them are running, and it's so loud in there. I wouldn't have been able to talk to him. And so I messaged him to let him know, I could call him when I got off, but it would be late. And he left me a voicemail, and then he messaged me back to let me know what was going on. And so I'm sharing that with you all here now. And this is for our family here. There's not many passerbys that, and I'm not speaking negative of people, so please don't think that way. But in today's world, there's not many passerbys that'll just come in and watch a section of a video and leave. There's not many of them that will go out of the way to help someone that they don't know. And it's just the world that we live in. And the good book, the Bible, told us these days were coming, and they're here. We're in them. Well, our brother Kyle, you all that are part of his family on Encrypted Connections, you know that Kyle has been through some really, really tough times. He's struggled to get on top, and he'll get on top, and then he gets knocked down again, and it's happening because Kyle is fulfilling the will that God's placed in his life. Therefore, the enemy, the evil one, Satan, is attacking him, trying to prevent him from doing what God has called him to do. Kyle's beating all of that. He's getting above it and he's beating it. He's getting above it and beating it. And he's being knocked back down constantly. But where he stands, he's, if I understood him correctly, this may be wrong. Kyle, if this is wrong, please correct it in the comments below. And if you'll let me know, I will highlight that comment so everybody can see the correction. But if I understood correctly, Kyle is staying with his aunt, who runs an animal rescue, and they are just about overwhelmed. They have so many different animals, baby squirrels, chickens, they got some raccoons, they have some baby possums coming, supposed to come this week, and they took in a couple of dogs, and one of the dogs has swallowed a rock and is in desperate need of emergency surgery. The surgery quote that he got was between $1,600 and $4,500 for the surgery. I know the costs of them surgeries. We had one with Ladybug a few years back, and Ladybug's I think was either $1,600 or $1,800 for hers. And then about 6 or 7 years ago, my dog Piglet, she's passed away now, 16 years old. Piglet, she had to have the same surgery. she had something in, she had a blockage, and they had to operate and remove it. I didn't have the funds to cover hers. I didn't have the funds to cover ladybugs, but we had enough stuff. We sold a lot of things that we just didn't absolutely need. We sold stuff, we pawned items, we did what we had to do to come up with the money to cover her surgery, and we were able to do that. The one with Piglet, I went through a company called Care Credit, and I applied for a loan, and I got the stiff end of the deal on that one. They approved me for $3,200, and they originally quoted me Piglet surgery as being $1,600 to $2,000. And when I told them I got approved for Care Credit, the veterinarian clinic on Panama City Beach, that was the one that accepted Care Credit, asked me how much I was approved for. And it didn't cross my mind because they told me I had roughly 24 hours before Piglet would pass away, and I was not ready to lose her. I've had her for a long time. She was my baby, and she made it to 16 years old. But at the time, it was she was 15 or 14. She had to have the surgery. And they asked me how much I was approved for. This was after they quoted me $1,600 to $1,800 for the surgery. And I told them, well, they approved me for $3,200. And that's what Care Credit approved me for. So lo and behold, they did the surgery, and the surgery was $3,200. They took every penny that Care Credit approved me. And they quoted me $1,600 to $1,800. They hit me for the exact amount Care Credit approved me for, which is $3,200. Care Credit gets you on interest. The interest is ungodly. It is crazy high. I didn't know it was that high. And so I was doing monthly payments like you would on a loan or a credit card, and I paid $120 a month for 18 months. And I figured I've got to be getting down pretty close. You know, thinking I may have owed another $1,000 maybe, and I wanted to see where I was at, because I was at a good enough standing I could have pulled a loan from my bank and paid the remainder. So I got on the website to check my balance, and my balance was $3,200, the exact amount I borrowed. They were hitting me for $120 a month interest. They smoked me. And I did take a loan out and paid them off to get out of that loop. But Care Credit, when it comes to saving an animal, they're easy to get approved for. My credit was just barely in the fair margin with the credit agencies. I was above poor. I was in the fair, but I was closer to the poor section than I was the good credit section. I was at the bottom end of fair, and they approved me. And so in a situation where you absolutely need it, Care Credit will loan you the money, but be aware they're going to get you hardcore with the interest, and they did that. But now, going to where I'm at now, the reason I'm mentioning Care Credit, that is an option for them, but Care Credit is a bad option because of the greed, how hard they hit you with interest. Kyle and his aunt need to get this surgery done on this dog so that the dog doesn't pass away from the blockage. It is an urgent surgery, and the quote they got was $1,600 up to $4,500 being the top end. It'll be somewhere up in that range, depending on what all's involved and what they find, what they have to do while they got the animal opened up. It's a lot. But our pets are an extension of our family. And when you start putting a dollar amount in the value on that animal, you're lining that animal up not with how much you love him or care for him, where he sits in your family, but you're lining him up with how much he's worth. And you're putting money ahead of a life, and I don't agree with that. I don't never agree with that. But Kyle's in the situation. They've got to get this surgery done, and they need our help. I messaged Kyle this morning trying to get his links from him for PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever he's using. I don't know what he's using. When anyone reaches out to me and they provide their links for me to share to all of you, I do not save that information. I delete it off of my phone. in the event someone takes my phone or I get hacked, their information is not in my phone, so it's not going to damage anyone. And so I don't have his links any longer. But as soon as he provides them, and I hope he gets them to me before I put this video together to upload it. But if he'll get it to me, I'll put it in the description below. And it is Kyle Connolly from Encrypted Connections, and I'll put the link to his channel in the description below. I think most of you know who he is. Kyle's a great guy. He's an amazing man, and we absolutely love him. We adore him. And if I had the money, I would absolutely give it to him to help him. But right now, I'm not able to do anything on the side to make any extra to make ends meet, because I'm dedicated to helping my brother Chris. He needs help, and so I'm helping him. And Chris is a brother to me. He's not an employee or an employer. I don't work for him. I'm working to help him. And if I were to charge him, then I'm not helping him a whole lot. But anyhow, I'll share the link as soon as I get him from him. I'll put him in the description below. If not, please reach out to Kyle on his YouTube channel, Encrypted Connections. I'll put that link below. If your heart is to help someone, if you're wanting to help Kyle with their puppy to get this surgery that the dog desperately needs, please reach out to him. No amount is too small. Anytime you're helping someone, because I've heard that a lot. You guys know how many people that we've done a call out for help and prayer requests for. And this is a prayer request / call out for help. And I am asking that you please pray for the situation that Kyle and his aunt are dealing with right now with this dog. Pray that God will provide a way to get this animal treated so that the animal doesn't lose its life over a rock. So please add him to your prayers. When it comes to helping people, anybody, when you think that all you got's $1 and it's not enough, just imagine you being in that situation. Would you reject someone offering you $1 to put towards what you need to get done? I doubt it. I doubt any of you would. You'd be grateful for that $1. You'd be grateful for 50 cents, whatever anyone can chip in to help you achieve what you're trying to get done. Any amount helps. It doesn't matter how small it is. Of course, we always want the higher amounts because it doesn't take as many. And there's many people here. We've got probably a dozen people here on Standing Goats Rescue alone that are very well off, that they'd never even miss it by paying the entire surgical bill for that animal. They'd never even miss the funds. They're that well off financially. The majority of us are not, but there are a handful that are rather wealthy, and they could easily cover it, and they'd never miss the money. If you have the funds and you're not sure if you should help Kyle and his aunt with this dog, pray about it. And if the answer you get from Holy Spirit tells you not to help them, then do not help them. You follow what God tells you to do. If you want to help and you know that you need to help, if you don't have it, you've got 50 cents laying there. If you got $1 you can spare, if you can cut out a soda pop for the day or a cup of coffee, send it over to him, please. Kyle's a great guy, and I enjoy helping people. If I don't have it to financially help someone, I can always put the word out like I'm doing right now to get the rest of our family involved, because a lot of our family here can help. And a lot of them have that heart of giving and that heart of just thankfulness to be able to have the opportunity to help somebody. You know, we got to build that cred. And it's not street cred, it's godly cred. We got to build that godly cred for when the day when the Lord calls us home. We don't have to answer as to why we didn't do this to help someone. We can be patted on the back for us doing it. You know, we can get rewarded for that. But anyhow, that's what this is about. Our brother Kyle Connolly, him and his aunt, they need help. They need it right now, not next week, but they need it now. And if I get the links from him before I get this video edited and ready to upload, then I'll just have to add them. I'll have to throw them in the comments or something. So please check the description below. I may have received the links from Kyle. He did mention something about the veterinary hospital to where you could contact them directly and make a donation toward that account directly, so you don't have to send nothing to anybody. If you're concerned the money not going where you want it to go, then you can call the veterinary's office and you can directly transfer it straight to them, and you'll know for fact that it's going where it's intended to go. I'll get whatever information I get from Kyle. I will share all of that with you. And just a pre thanks to those of you that are planning on helping and those that are going to help. I greatly appreciate it, and I know that Kyle does as well. God bless you. It's people like you that make the world continue to roll forward, and we need more and more people like that. Kyle's a great guy, and he deserves whatever help we can get for him. And if you're unable to help, and this is a tremendous help. If you're not able to chip in $1 to help him, if you have social media, you've got outreach. It doesn't matter if you've got 5 friends on Facebook or 10 on TikTok or Instagram or whatever these other outlets are. If you've got people following, subscribing, and part of your friends list on these different platforms, please share this, what's going on with Kyle. Share it on there. And let's try to get him the help he needs so we can get these animals saved. It's what we do as a people. God created these animals. We didn't. Our job is to just care for them, to love them, to nurture them, and to get them the help when we're able to. So please do whatever you can. If you're unable to help financially, you can share the link to what's going on. You can share the link to this video if you want. I don't mind. My channel is not monetized, you guys. For our new people that are here, thank you for joining our family. We absolutely love you and greatly appreciate it. But our channel is not monetized. We do not receive 1 penny for anything that we do here. Pardon me. I don't run advertisements. I don't get money for advertisements. When I am able, when I have the time, that I do reviews on certain products, trail cameras, and just different gear that's sent to me, I do not receive any type of compensation for doing reviews. God has not put it in me yet that I'm supposed to be profiting from Standing Goats Rescue, and until He tells me to, I will not be doing it. And so I make nothing off of anything that I do here. I'm just the messenger. I spread what's relayed to me. I put it out there, try to do my part. And there are many, many times that Kim and I have donated to help all these different people that we've done call outs for. Kim and I have helped a lot of them. And we're not wealthy. We barely get by. But if we've got $5 and our bills are paid, that $5 is going to be sent out. We're going to send it to help someone, because it does come back to you, and it does come back tenfold. Guys, I love you all. God bless you. Have an amazing afternoon. Thank you for hearing me, hanging out with me this long in the video, if you stayed with me. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're not a part of Kyle's extended family on YouTube, please go over and check out his channel. The link will be in the description below. It's Kyle Connolly with Encrypted Connections, and I will put that below so you can jump over and subscribe, and to help him build his numbers up. Kyle's an amazing guy, and once you sit down and you hang out with him for one of his live shows, you'll keep coming back. It's just that personality that he has. He's got a heart of giving. He's an amazing guy. He loves everyone, and he's always eager to jump out and help. He's just never financially in the position where he can, but Kyle puts forth 100% effort in everything that he does, and just an amazing man. I can't say enough good about him. But y'all have an amazing afternoon. I am going to reach out to Kyle now, and then as soon as I get all this squared away, I'm going back that direction, way back that direction, and I've got to look at an area. I got to mark some stuff off, and I'm going to bring the camera with me. It's just one of those days. Everything feels a little weird out here. It doesn't feel scary. It just feels a little weird. Something just isn't quite right. So I'm going to get away from the creek, and I'm going to go back there. Maybe it doesn't feel like that back there, but it does right here. So that's why I'm not filming back there. That's where I wanted to film at, but I came back. The four-wheeler's right behind the camera, maybe 10 feet. And I'm going to get out of here. But I love you guys, and I will see you absolutely very soon. we're almost done with the cabin, and as soon as we are done with that cabin, then I will be back at the filming. Fuller's right there. And I have a little article in a newspaper, a local paper that we picked up when I was in Panama City, Florida, here a week or two ago. We had to go get some material for the cabin, and they had these free papers up, and I seen a headline on one, and I had to grab it. I'll show you right quick. I'll show you the headline, but I'm not going to read it to you because I want to keep this video short. It was this paper, Bay County Coastal, and I seen that, cryptid sightings in American tradition. So I'm going to share that with you as soon as I get set up back that way. But I'll see you guys down the road. God bless you. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, I'm back in this other side. I'm going to be clearing all of this. Everything you see right here, we're just cutting a road through it. I just spoke with our brother Kyle, and so I can update you a little bit on what's going on with Stella. That's their dog. It's Kyle's aunt Brenda. She's the one that runs the animal rescue, and Kyle just confirmed it with me. They did do the surgery. They had to. It was an emergency situation. Stella would not have survived if they wouldn't have got in and removed the blockage. They got it done. The bill is not paid. They do need help covering the bill. I'm going to put the link of I'll share the invoice right here. I'll put the information in the description below this video. The surgery was a little over $3,300. It is complete. If you would like to contribute, you can either send your donations to Kyle through his Cash App, PayPal, whatever links he's provided to me. He sent them to me, but I can't download it because there's no signal out here. But they are trying to come through. Once I get to the house, they'll come through, and I'll have which links he sent me. But he's also sent the invoice. It has the number and name of the veterinary hospital that did the surgery. If you'd like to contribute, to donate a little bit to help them get this bill paid, you can call the veterinary hospital directly and tell them that you would like to contribute a little bit. You'd like to donate some funding to cover Stella's surgery. And the Stella, the surgery, the invoice, all of it is under Kyle's aunt's name, Brenda. But I'll put the invoice up, and just let them know it's for Stella's surgery. And I'll try to put all that information in the description so you guys can get it correct. If you don't want to contact the animal hospital directly to send a donation in, but you do want to send a donation, please use one of the links that Kyle's provided. I'll have them below. And you can also reach out to Kyle by checking his channel. I'll put his channel link in the comment or in the description as well, so you have all of that. Again, I wanted to put this up real quick, just kind of update you. I did speak to him. I got all of his links. They will download into my phone as soon as I get back to where I have a signal. And the time you see this up, Stella, the surgery is over. They did finish the surgery. She's doing really, really good. There's a process to healing for her, and the picture you see, that this is Stella. She's the one that had the surgery, and Kyle's living with his aunt, and he is helping her with their animal rescue. They have a small rescue, and what it is, they're overloaded. They have a lot of animals that they're caring for right now. And when one of these larger rescues, when they get their hands full where they can't receive any more animals need help. They'll take the animal in, and then they'll find another rescue that'll help by taking that animal and caring for it. And Kyle's aunt, that's what she does. And so these other rescues are reaching out to them, and they're picking up more animals. And that's how, in the world of animal rescues, all these rescues work together with one another. And There's been times we have people reach out to us and it'll be animals that we're just not set up for. Animals we just can't handle. We're not permitted for them. We're not set up. We are not a 501c3. We are not a profit organization. We are not a non-profit. We are a hobby. Standing Goats Rescue is just a hobby. What Brenda and Kyle are doing, they're putting everything they have into these animals to save these animals and to give them the best life they could possibly have until the Lord brings them home. And that's what they're trying to do. And then, of course, Stella, she ended up having to have this very serious surgery. They have another dog they took in, another rescue, that is also needing a surgery, but it was not critical to like Stella's was. And the surgery for the other dog's not going to be near as much, but that's much further down the line. She does not have to have it right now. It's not pushing. But they got Stella fixed. She's good to go. She's just got to heal up, and they got to get the bill paid. And that's where they need help. So please, if you're wanting to help someone who absolutely deserves it, please consider helping Kyle and Brenda, and let's get Stella's bill paid so that they can move forward and do what they do, continue to put money into the animals and to save as many animals as they can. If they weren't that important to our Creator, then try to answer the question of why did God have Noah build such a big boat if the animals weren't that important? You know, we have a job here, not only to be kind to one another and to help others in need, but also to take care of the animals, because they also rely on us, especially when they're down and out and they need medical treatment. You know, they're not going to get it from a squirrel or an owl or, you know, a wild cat. They're going to get that treatment from humans, and someone's got to pay for it. It just gets really expensive. And Kyle and Brenda right now, we're trying to come up with the $3,300 plus, whatever the exact amount is, a little over $3,300, to pay the veterinary clinic for, since they did do the surgery. They went ahead and done it because it was a necessity. Anyway, guys, thank you all. I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this video. And please reach out to Kyle. If anything, send a prayer out for him. They absolutely need it. It's Kyle and Brenda. You guys know Kyle, and Brenda is his aunt. And he's living with her, helping her out. And family taking care of family is what we do. But I love you all, and I'll see you guys down the road. Bye-bye.